2, 3.
I remember I was a kid attending a seminar. It's like Gym 101. And what did I learn? Like how long to rest between sets, how to properly do a bicep curl, bench press, and so on. But it seems today, if you went to school for Gym 101, they'd have to teach you how to do a set without looking at other people, how not to be a creep, how not to offend the world, how to say hi, how to properly speak to a woman. Gone are the days where gym courses actually need to teach you how to lift weights. It's all about how do you behave. And so Joey Swole's got another video. Of course he does. And this time it's not about a woman talking about people to save, just like Coach Greg. Call everybody out. This time it's on a guy who freaks out because he doesn't like the way the spotter spotted him. Oh, heavens forbid he cared about my safety. Heavens forbid he didn't want me to get injured. Wow, what a horrible guy. First thing we notice, the guy is doing a touch and go bench press, something that is very dangerous. He's going for a 1 rep max to set a PR, and he's got more weight than last time. And so notice, there was no discernible pause at the bottom of the lift. It's simply a touch and go, which arguably it's okay, but in any powerlifting competition, it's not gonna count. And when you do a touch and go versus pause, you're dramatically increasing your chance of injury. But let's go with that. It's okay, it's not a powerlifting meet. And so what happens next? Well, the weight's so heavy, he can't lift it. And so what he does is he arches his back so much that his butt comes off the bench. And so when you powerlift, your ass has to remain on the bench the entire time, and if it doesn't, the lift, it doesn't count. And so he's attempting to PR. Perhaps he's trying to progressive overload, train harder than last time. And so rather than waiting until he can, he elects to cheat the weight up. Touch and go, bounce off the chest, arch the back so much that the butt is no longer in contact with the bench. And so the lift, it doesn't even count at this point. The bar, after traveling about 4 inches off his chest, barely getting to the sticking point, it already begins to go down. Those of you who are not experts in the bench press, remember this. When you're doing a bench press, the bar should continuously go up. If it starts to go down, it's bad. And so what are the most likely reasons the bar starts to go down while it's on the way up after only 4 inches? Well, number one, could have sustained an injury. If you get hurt, obviously the bar is going to come down. And number two, you're just not strong enough to lift a friggin' weight.
Well, standing, I saw up, then went down. I had it, but he prematurely lifted it.
And so let's think of the most important job of the spotter. What should the spotter do? If there was one job the spotter had to do, what would that be? To spot the friggin' lifter.
Oh, I had it!
And so in examining the spotter's form technique, he does an amazing job. One hand underneath, the other on top. That is a supinated and pronated grip. Oftentimes people would put both hands over the bar, but very easy to slip out of your fingers. If you have one hand on the top, the other underneath, it's called an alternate grip, and this gives you the best possible chance of properly spotting that weight if something dramatic happens. You know, like the bar going down. And so the spotter, he gets in there right away. He doesn't wait till it crashes down his chest. If you wait that long, it may in fact be too late. You might have already sustained an injury. Not to mention, it's a lot harder to lift the weight up after it's sitting on your chest than it is when it's halfway up. And so the spotter, he should be congratulated, did an amazing job. He was focused on his job, not distracted, not checking out other girls in the gym, was watching this bar. If it goes down, I'm there to save him. And that he did.
Oh, I had it!
What did you have exactly? A horrible looking bench. One where you cheated, bounced the bar off your chest, lift your butt off the bench, and after 4 inches, it starts to go down. Let's assume the spotter wasn't there and you somehow managed to lift it. Do you really want to call that a good lift? Is that what you want to post on Instagram? You're filming the video. Hey guys, look, I set a PR, look at my bench press. Is that a lift you're going to be proud of to show the world? Hey, here I am ego lifting, putting on more weight than I can handle, and I got it up by arching my back so much that my butt came off the bench. How is that impressive? But let's assume it is. Let's assume that's okay. How are you now going to progressive overload next time? Are you going to put even more weight on? Well, let's set a PR again, 5 more pounds. And so what are you going to do? Arch your back even more? Bounce it off the chest even harder? And so he proceeds to lay there as if his girlfriend just broke up with him or cheated on him. Oh my goodness, I didn't get the weight up. The spotter, he helped me lift it once it started to go down. Wow, my day's ruined. My life, it's over. How will I ever overcome this? Oh my goodness. Then removes his weight, doesn't even talk to the spotter, slams it around. What should the spotter now think? The spotter might be scared, intimidated. He might never want to go to the gym again. Other people watch this video and think, well, if anyone asks me to spot, I don't feel comfortable. I don't know what to do. I barely know how to train myself. What do? Do I say no? Can I say no to someone asking me to spot? If I do, they might say, oh, he said no. That's a horrible person. He wouldn't even help me out. And so do you want to be labeled as the guy at the gym that doesn't help anyone, that's selfish, that perhaps thinks they're better than everyone? And so most likely someone asked you to spot them at the gym, you're going to say no. The spotter was there to help you. He shouldn't then feel bad about doing you a favor. And I mean, it's one thing to be upset about the spotter if they did everything wrong. If the weight was going up with ease, no problem, and the guy suddenly grabs the weight halfway up and you're thinking, why would you have touched the bar? That's one thing. But even then, you cannot get mad at the spotter. If they make a mistake, it's because you never educated them properly. Not everyone learns at the same pace. Not everyone has the same experience. Perhaps the spotter that you have, they never train to failure. They think that as soon as the bar slows down, that you should help them up.
1, 2, 3, up.
And so unless you specifically tell the person, do not touch the bar unless it's sitting on my chest and I'm struggling, or do not touch the bar no matter what unless I start screaming. Unless you said that, then how can you expect the spotter to know exactly when to help you? Everyone is different. Everyone wants a different type of spot. And remember, I've done liftoffs at powerlifting competitions in the gym for males, females, from very light weights to very heavy weights. Some need very little assistance. Others, I feel I'm lifting half the weight. And so if it's difficult for someone like me who's had decades worth of experience and I need to know more, then what expectations can you have for the average gym goer?
And if they don't spot you the right way, most of the time, it's your fault because it's your job to communicate to them how to spot you.
Exactly, it's your fault. And so even if you explained it right, even if you spent the time and said, do this, do that, if they don't get it right, don't freak out, don't get mad. They're learning. Have you never made a mistake yourself in the past? And if you did make a mistake, did it feel better to be made fun of? For someone to be aggressive and film and post it on social media? How does that help anyone? If you don't like the way they spotted you, say, hey, thanks for spotting me. And a tip on the next time, perhaps spot me a little bit later in the lift. Don't lift the bar off my chest until it's all the way down. Or don't pull the bar up as much. Or help me even more. Everyone wants it differently. And so please be descriptive. I feel like I'm talking about the sexy time in the bedroom.
It's either 1, 2, 3 lift or lift on 3.
Either technique is fine. 1, 2, 3 up or 1, 2, 3. You have to be clear. You have to talk about this beforehand. Communication, it's of paramount importance. I mean, are we talking about relationship advice here? Or are we talking about the bench press? And so although there's several different techniques in spotting, one thing that's common for all lifts is that if the bar starts to go down, it's your job to help lift it up. So long as the bar is continuing to move up, it's not your job to lift it. And so don't come in early and try to finish off the lift for them and then tell them, that's all you, I never touch, I swear. If the bar is still moving up, you don't have to help them lift it. Now, if they told you before lifting the weight, hey, if it's slowing down, I need some help, or I'm trying to get this many reps, so make sure I can get there, and they're struggling at rep 7 and they want to get 10, then yeah, help them on a few extra reps. But if the bar starts to go down, no matter what, it's your job to get in there and lift it.
Stop these videos bashing people when you're asking for a spot. Be grateful, be thankful, and teach people. If they don't know what they're doing, be the one that teaches them and helps them out to make the gym a better place.
And so if you're asking for a spotter, going for 1 rep maxes, you're probably taking your lifting really seriously. You want to get the most out of it. I'd strongly suggest you give creatine a try. This has been shown in hundreds, if not thousands of studies to be highly effective. Also, Ecti Builder, shown in human studies to improve muscle size and strength. Some Ecti steroids are currently on WADA's watch list, and I take this every single day. It's made a significant difference in my strength, endurance, endurance and the way I feel. And if you're looking for a quick snack to and from the gym, I'd strongly suggest you give either the Seco or Seco Plus bars a try. People are absolutely loving these. The taste is incredible. Click the link in the description, code Greg, 10% off. Ending it here. Subscribe, click the bell button, comment for your algorithm, like the video if you liked it. If you learned something, give me a like, comment if you can, watch the bloops, follow me on Instagram, Greg Doucette IP Pro. Don't forget cookbooks, training books, coaching plans by me and my team, the free diet and training program as well. Click the link in the description. Also, the Circle Diet book, my life's work, how to lose weight, keep it off the rest of your life. And until next time, I am out.